Special Edition cu Bogdan, Serban și Alexandru Anghel.
Avem deja primul interviu, îl avem pe Tom de la Blossoms. Hey, welcome.
Number one, congrats.
Yeah.
What an album.
Big round of applause, come on, guys, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome album. I love all of the songs, but especially Honey Sweet. It's wow.
That's one of my favorites as well, Honey Sweet.
Tell me, are all the songs on this album about the same girl? Because it seems like, the seasons are changing the atmosphere, but the girl stays somehow.
Majority are about the same girl. There's a couple of older songs which are about a different girl, but 80% are about the same girl, yeah.
All right. Lately you had a promoting tour for your debut and number one album throughout UK. How was it?
The tour?
Yeah.
Well, we've done like festivals really. It's been festival season, like the proper tour starts in September, but festival season's been great. We've been across the world. We've been to Korea, Australia, all over Europe, and some big festivals in the UK like Glastonbury and Tea in the Park, and we've got Reading and Leeds at the end of this month, so non-stop really, just really working hard.
And your September tour, it's almost sold out. Already
some big couldn't have asked for more really. It's going really well.
Back to your album, are there any songs that eventually didn't make it on the album that you had to let it go?
Not really. I think that because we was releasing a lot of EPs at the same time, so I was constantly writing, and some songs which with the time we thought were great could have been on the album ended up going on the EPs, and then because the way we did the album, we was always touring, and we didn't just do it in like 2 weeks, we did it like 4 days in September, 4 days in October, and so on. So in between, I'd write songs and we'd build them in the studio like Honey Sweet, whereas the older songs like Charlemagne and Blow and Cut Me I'll Bleed and Blown Rose, they were like old-fashioned. I'd write them at home, bring them to the band, and we'd rehearse them, and then we'd take them into the studio as a full song, whereas with the second half of the album, like Honey Sweet, Smash Pianos and Deep Grass and all the newer ones, we built them in the studio, which was a different approach, but it was still creative and cool, So there was no rules. We didn't even know which songs were going to be on the album because I was literally writing them in between sessions. So
work in progress.
Yeah, exactly.
It is said after a very good first album, it gets really hard to overcome its success by a second album.
Yeah.
Do you already have some new songs?
Yeah. I was just finishing a song up there then on my guitar.
Really?
Yeah. Because I'm so busy now, I don't really have time to. Like usually I'll write them at home. So I was at home for a couple of days the other day, and I started writing a song, but I didn't finish it. So I was kind of writing it in my head on the plane and stuff, and then I've just got on a guitar now for the first time since I've been here. So I just kind of finished it off then. So I'm always writing.
Great.
And I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? Things change in your life, don't they? You meet new people and stuff like that, and you find different things to write about. So
maybe we're gonna have a Summer World song.
Yeah, possibly.
So besides being born at the same hospital, that's great for marketing, by the way. What was the glue that's keeping Blossoms together?
Well, me and Joe have been friends for like 12 years from school. So
do you think that starting young is an advantage, growing up together?
Yeah, there was no talks of being in a band until like 3 years ago. So before then we were just best friends anyway, and then the rest of the lads have come around music really, but we're all friends regardless of music, so I think that's important. Like some bands are just put together from like music schools, whereas we're not. We're like working class friends, so it gives us that extra togetherness, and we just love what we're doing.
And your moms still come at your gigs?
Yeah. They want to come to all of them. I need to tell them you can't come to them all. I don't want her at every single one. She can come to some, but do you know what I mean? If you're trying to be cool on stage and your mum's there like, come on, it's a bit like, it loses that it's not very rock and roll, is it? But no, they're all really supportive, and they've been a big help. Like when we had no money and stuff like that, and we were like chugging away doing gigs, like there's only so many times you can ask your mum for £10. So thankfully they helped us out, and they all come to the shows and they love it.
This album's release just confirmed that you are a successful band. Well, do you think that success can bring damage to a band? Can it make you lose your sense or your mind?
I suppose so. It depends on who you are. Like some bands might not be able to handle success, and they might turn to other things like that are going to be destructive towards the band, whereas we're not like that. We wanted to be a big band from the start, so in our heads this feels like it's just the start. Like everything we've been doing has been working towards now, and now we can really start. And we just love doing it, and we want to do this for a long time. So we're not phased by it, and we want to keep doing it and enjoying it and speaking to people like you.
What do you think that your rider should contain in order to know that you made it as a band?
We like simple stuff like a few beers, and I like Twiglets. Do you know what Twiglets are?
No.
They're like, but we don't have them on the rider actually. That can be my moment to step up and ask for them. But we just like, I can't even think what we have. I don't know, just a few crisps and stuff like that.
No crazy stuff.
No, not yet.
Right.
No steaks yet or anything like that.
As a teenagers, were you some angry young man, just as in John Osborne's Look Back in Anger drama?
No.
I mean, did you used to oppose or criticize everything around you?
Not really, no. I was always trying to be creative, and I used to like make films.
Really?
Yeah, like not like amazing, but like they were decent though. And like,
This is the new generation.
yeah, I wanted to like make films. So some of our early music videos, I like made them with the lads, and I'd edit them. But before the band, I was in another band, like writing songs. I've been writing songs since I was like 15. So
I know that. I know.
Yeah. So just kind of, I wasn't like angry with stuff though. I just liked doing stuff.
But those songs, can they still be valid nowadays?
I've got one song
Which one?
It's called Step Outside, but no one's heard it. But my dad really likes it. It was the first song I wrote, and he was like, "That's really good."
Is there any song that you regret writing?
Probably when I was like, actually no, it's all part of growing up, innit? But to be fair, when you're 15, or when I was 15, I didn't have much to write about. Like I'd never had a relationship, and I'd never really experienced much. Whereas fast forward a couple of years, and I'm like, I was 20 when we started Blossoms. I was writing about things like breakups and stuff like that, which is kind of what people can relate to. Whereas when you're 15, it's just boring. There's nothing for me to write about. Whereas now it's more relatable to people, and I just channel things into songs.
And what's with that key around your neck? It looks authentic. It is from an old door?
I don't know actually where it's from. It's from Joe, our drummer.
Yeah.
He's got
Joe,
one as well.
Joe Donovan. Yeah,
Joe
I saw that.
Yeah. Me and him have the keys, and it was something to do with his family. And his mum got given these keys, and he gave his sister one, and she opened a shop, and she started doing really well with the shop. And then Joe got one, give me one. The band started doing all right. So
it's a new trademark.
Yeah, it's a little good look. It's if you believe in all that. I don't really believe in all that. It's just looks cool, doesn't it?
All right.
I just like it.
You once said that you want to be as mainstream as Will Smith and as wonderful as the Smiths. Which of the two do you think is closer to the truth now?
Mainstream as Will Smith, probably. Because you've got to have a longevity to be as great as the Smiths. Do you know what I mean? It's a long time before you can class yourselves as that. So, but people popularity, we got a number one, so. And that's pretty Will Smith, isn't it?
Speaking of Will Smith, have you seen the Suicide?
No, I'm going to go and watch it this week.
Everybody says it's really bad, but
it's bad.
I don't know. Great soundtrack also.
Yeah, I think your song Charlemagne would have fit in.
Really? Maybe they should have put it in. That'd have been nice.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah.
The sequel.
I'm very curious. What music you have on your phone now?
Well, I'm on Spotify, so I've got a lot of offline playlists. I've been listening to a lot of the Vice City, Grand Theft Auto Vice City soundtrack, 80s stuff. Richard Hawley at the moment. Do you know Richard Hawley from Sheffield?
Yeah.
I've been listening to him. Who else? Christina and the Queens.
Very good.
Got a bit of the Magic Gang, who are from Brighton. They're a new band you probably won't have heard them.
The Magic who?
Gang. The Magic Gang, they're really good. And our debut album.
Of course. Do many celebrities pop up at your gigs?
Not loads yet, no.
I've heard that Johnny Marr is very fond of
him. Well, we saw Johnny Marr in a shopping centre in Manchester, and we spoke to him there, and he said, yeah, he liked the stuff, so that was cool. Ian Brown likes us.
Is it strange to be the only guitar band in the BBC Sound Off poll?
Suppose so, yeah.
So far, do you think that this year has been that bad for rock and roll?
I don't think it's been necessarily bad. It's just every so many years that a band breaks out and gets to the masses, I suppose. And I think you've got to have the tunes. You've got to be good enough. So
yeah, but lately you guys have been number one the past week, Viola Beach.
Yeah, so
it's good.
So it is good. And Catfish and the Bottlemen are doing really well. They've got some good songs. So yeah, there's lots of positivity, I'd say, coming out of the UK at the moment, and that can maybe breathe life into labels wanting to back a guitar band where they might have had fear before then, whereas we've shown that you can appeal to people, I suppose.
Okay. If you were to ask Alex Turner to sing one of yours, which one would it be?
Which one would Alex Turner sing? I'd like to hear him sing Smashed Pianos.
Great.
Oh, Honey Sweet. Yeah.
Good. That's it. Thank you. We have a present for you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Congrats once again.
Thanks.
A big round of applause again for the #1 album.
Oh, listen.
Thanks, guys.
Last year we had the Maccabees here. They were just announced as #1. Please, you have to sign for us that next year this time you're not.
We won't break
All
up.
right.
Promise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Summerwell Special Edition cu Bogdan, Serban și Alexandru Anghel.